The newsroom was buzzing with energy as breaking news poured in, the air thick with anticipation and the hum of urgent conversations. "Vietnam and the Philippines just announced a new alliance," shouted a producer, his voice cutting through the noise and instantly grabbing everyone's attention. TV screens across the room flashed with urgent headlines: "Asia shaken, New South China Sea Pact," while news tickers scrolled rapidly, updating every second. Phones rang off the hook, and reporters rushed to their desks, scrambling to verify details and reach out to sources. Editors barked orders, their voices tense with both excitement and worry, as they tried to coordinate coverage for this unprecedented event. Everyone in the newsroom knew this was more than just another diplomatic agreement. It was a turning point. This was a major move in the ongoing struggle over the South China Sea, a region already fraught with tension and uncertainty. For millions in Vietnam and the Philippines, this was about power, safety, and the future of their countries, about the lives of ordinary people. Outside, rain beat against the windows, echoing the tension inside, as helicopters hovered over embassies and security tightened across the city. The mood was electric, but serious. Every journalist knew the world was watching their next move. In every corner of the newsroom, people spoke in low voices. Analysts explained maps, tracing possible outcomes and discussing the implications for Asia and beyond. Reporters called contacts in Hanoi and Manila, trying to get first-hand reactions and exclusive insights from officials and citizens alike. Social media exploded with questions, rumors, and speculation as people everywhere tried to make sense of what this alliance could mean. For many, it felt like history was changing in real time, with families and friends gathering around screens to witness the unfolding drama. As dawn approached, the newsroom slowly emptied, but everyone knew this was only the beginning of a new chapter. The world was watching closely, wondering what would happen next in the world's most contested waters, as the story continued to unfold. For years, the South China Sea has been a tense and unpredictable place, where the waves carry not just ships, but also the weight of history and conflict. Ships from many countries crisscross these waters every day. Sometimes they argue over boundaries. Sometimes they even fight, risking escalation with every close encounter. The sea is rich with fish, oil, and gas, resources that everyone wants, but few are willing to share. It is also full of danger, old grudges, and memories of past clashes that never quite fade away. That is why, after years of uncertainty, Vietnam and the Philippines decided to work together, forging a new path forward. Their new alliance is clear and strong, built on trust and a shared vision for the future. They promise to help defend each other's coasts, standing watch together against any threat that may appear on the horizon. They will run joint patrols, share vital information, and coordinate their efforts to keep their waters safe. If trouble comes, they will answer together, not alone. Their unity is their strength. This alliance was not made in a hurry. Leaders from both sides talked for months, weighing every decision carefully. They shared their worries about bigger, stronger neighbors and the growing presence of foreign ships in their backyard. They talked about their people, fishermen, traders, and families, who need peace and stability to survive and thrive. Now, the world knows. These two nations stand together, sending a powerful signal across the region. Their pact is a message, written not just on paper, but in action and resolve. It says, "We will not be bullied. We will defend our rights and our people. We want peace, but we are ready to stand firm if challenged." Many hope this new alliance will bring calm, allowing communities to prosper and live without fear. Others fear it will bring more trouble, as tensions in the region continue to simmer just beneath the surface. On a rainy morning in Manila, the city was alive with anticipation. Raindrops tapped on government buildings, and umbrellas crowded the busy streets as people hurried to their destinations, all aware that something important was about to unfold. The world's cameras pointed at the stage, their lenses capturing every moment. Journalists and photographers jostled for the best view, eager to report on what would soon be a historic announcement. The president of the Philippines stood next to Vietnam's prime minister. Their faces were serious, their voices clear and unwavering, signaling the gravity of the occasion. Reporters filled the room, waiting for big words. The air was thick with tension and expectation, pens poised above notepads. "We are stronger together," said the president, his voice echoing through the hall. "We will protect our people and our seas." His words carried a promise of unity and determination. He smiled, but his eyes were hard, reflecting the seriousness of the moment and the challenges ahead. The Prime Minister nodded, adding, "We want peace, but we will defend our freedom." His statement was calm but resolute, leaving no doubt about their intentions. The crowd listened closely. Some people cheered, hopeful for a new era of cooperation. Others whispered in fear, uncertain about what the future might bring. The leaders shook hands for the cameras. Their handshake was firm and long, a symbol of their shared commitment and resolve. Behind them, big screens showed pictures of ships and coastlines, reminding everyone of the stakes involved and the vast waters they vowed to protect. Outside, young people waved flags, their faces filled with pride and hope, chanting slogans of unity and peace. In fishing villages, families watched on TV. Some prayed for peace, their hands clasped tightly. Others wondered what would happen now that their leaders had made a stand, hoping for safety and a better future for their children. The announcement spread quickly across Asia and the world. In the United States, leaders praised the new pact. "We support our friends," said a US diplomat. Japan and Australia sent warm messages. Even Lithuania voiced support, saying small nations must stick together. But not everyone was happy. Some experts warned about rising tensions. "This could make things worse," said one analyst. In Hanoi and Manila, some families feared for their sons in the Navy, others hoped for better fishing days ahead. In the markets, traders watched the news. Oil prices jumped. People whispered about what China might do. In small cafes, old men shook their heads. "We just want peace," they said. On social media, young people posted pictures of ships and hopeful messages. Many just wanted to work, fish, and live in peace. Inside government buildings in Beijing, alarm bells rang. China has long claimed most of the South China Sea. Now, two neighbors had joined forces. Chinese officials called emergency meetings. They called the alliance a threat to peace and order. Soon after, Chinese ships began new patrols. Drones flew over the disputed waters. On TV, Chinese leaders warned others not to interfere in their sea. Soldiers stood ready, and the mood was tense. China's Coast Guard grew more active. They monitored Vietnamese and Filipino boats closely. Radio warnings filled the air. "Leave this area immediately!" shouted voices from Chinese ships. In Beijing, many citizens worried about possible conflict. Some called for calm, others demanded a hard response. The world watched, holding its breath. Out at sea, the new alliance quickly became real. Vietnamese and Filipino patrol boats sailed side by side. Their flags fluttered in the salty wind. Fishermen watched from small wooden boats, hoping for protection. Suddenly, a Chinese Coast Guard ship appeared. Sirens wailed. Loudspeakers demanded the patrols turn back. Tension filled the air as the ships came dangerously close. Everyone waited to see who would move first. The patrols stayed calm. They radioed each other, sharing updates. Helicopters circled overhead, taking pictures. On deck, sailors kept their hands close to warning horns and radios. No one wanted a fight, but no one wanted to back down. These standoffs happened again and again. Every day was a risk for those on the water. Back on land, life changed in fishing villages. In Vietnam's Quang Ngai and the Philippines' Palawan, people woke up earlier. Fishermen checked news on new government apps. Wives packed food with extra care. Children asked if their fathers would be safe. "We are scared, but the patrols help us feel less alone," said one fisherman. Others worried about rising prices and empty nets. In small churches and temples, people lit candles and prayed for safety. Local leaders held meetings. They listened to worries about new rules and possible conflict. "We must work together," said one mayor. "We need these waters, but we need peace even more." Despite fear, many felt proud. "We are not running away," said an old woman. "We are standing up." The first joint patrols started at sunset. Navy ships from both countries moved together, scanning the horizon. Their radars swept the sea for trouble. Drones buzzed high above, sending back live video. At home, people waited for news. Would the patrols keep the peace or bring more danger? "I feel safer, but I also worry," said a fisherman's wife. "Every day feels longer now." Some families hoped for more business. Local markets sold more fish and vegetables. Small shops stocked new radios and safety gear, but others worried about blockades or clashes. No one was sure what tomorrow would bring, but for now, the patrols gave hope to those living on the edge. News of the alliance traveled far. The United States sent ships and advisors. Japan offered new radar systems. Australia promised training for coast guards. Even small Lithuania sent experts on digital security. New technology changed the game. Drones watched the waters day and night. Satellites tracked every ship. Mobile apps warned fishermen about danger zones. These tools made the patrols faster and safer. In Hanoi and Manila, tech teams worked late into the night. They analyzed data and sent alerts. "We are ready for anything," said a young engineer. Together, international support and smart technology gave the alliance new strength. It was a fight for peace, using brains as well as bravery. The South China Sea is still a place of mystery and risk. The Vietnam-Philippines alliance has changed the game, but the future is unclear. Every day, families hope for peace. Every night, sailors watch the horizon, ready for trouble. Some see new opportunities. Trade might grow. Fishermen might have safer waters. Children might dream of better lives. But everyone knows the risks remain. Leaders talk of hope. They say, "We stand for peace," but they also stand ready for whatever comes. Around the world, people pray this alliance will keep the balance and not spark a bigger fight. For now, Asia holds its breath. The world waits, watching these brave nations shape the future at sea.